We are live. I am Karen Ray. Welcome to Fave Lifestyles. We are going to be talking about fashion today with Tannya Bernadette. Tannya, welcome. I'm so
Thanks.
glad that you are here. And our topic today is how to dress during transitions in life. And haven't we had a ton of those lately? So, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm excited because even right before hopping on this call, I was shopping for a client that we worked in December, and then she gained 15 pounds since December. And so now we're doing a whole shopping. So, yeah, it's a thing.
Oh, yes. And here at Fave, we're all about our girlfriends, whether it's your life friends or your business girlfriends, but having that girlfriend by your side to help encourage you during those transitions, that must be really important. And I feel like that is probably something that you do that you really make people feel comfortable. So tell the ladies just a little bit about you and about your VIPs in your family.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been doing this for 14 years, and it's so beautiful being able to help people in different parts of their life. And today we're talking about transitions because that's usually when people come to me. I help them shop and find pieces that fit their body, their life, and just make them feel good so they can go about their day without having to think about their body and feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah, and isn't that just to take that pressure away? I mean, if I could just go to my closet and go, here are my pieces that I know I'm going to look good in them because we've already chosen them. So, and I know a lot of ladies as we hit some of like the 50 age,
Mhm.
so many changes. I mean, it's not just, there's the your menopause, your shape is changing. Then we went through COVID, so maybe you gained a few pounds on top of that,
Mhm.
along with that change, and not really always knowing what is going to look good.
Mhm. And even on top of that, your life changes. So the way that you might dress after 50 or 60, your lifestyle is a little bit different. It's a little more relaxed. A lot of people now don't have to go into the office, and that's another
Yeah.
thing too. It's like, how do I dress in that in between when I don't have to be in a suit and I don't have to be in my leggings? Like, what do I wear out wine tasting? That's what people
Yes.
want to know.
Yeah, because you still want to look good. You want to look put
Mhm.
together. And
Yes.
so, yes. And so I'm thinking of going to a concert in the park today. I'm like, well, what do you wear?
Ooh, yes.
Woo!
Something comfortable, something fun, something that lights you up. You're going to be outside in the sunshine.
Yes, isn't that something? So tell us when is it that time to refresh your wardrobe?
People always know whenever you realize that you're starting to question what you're wearing and you're feeling like you've gone through that struggle. Like it's maybe been a couple of weeks where you go into your closet and you're like, I keep putting things on and taking it off, and I'm starting to feel like I don't have anything to wear. That's a time to ask yourself that question. What is it about it? Is it that my clothes aren't fitting right? Is it that they're not fitting my life anymore? Do I need something fresh for going out again? So there's certain questions you can ask yourself to become more aware of why you're feeling that way.
Okay, great. Yes, I mean, and we have things too that maybe, we've had for a long time.
Yeah. Mhm.
And maybe in fact, I looked down yesterday. I was wearing a dress. I'm like, one of my favorite dresses, and I wear it all the time. But
Mhm.
it's literally because we wash our clothes. I mean, they wear out because we wash them so
Oh
much.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, but this is my favorite dress. How am I ever going to replace that thing that I felt comfortable with? Is there anything out there? Because
Wow.
even to know where to go sometimes is so frustrating to find something that will look good on a shape that's maybe not, super thin or, it's just changed in shape. Yeah.
And that's the part that I think people get the most frustrated on is because you get comfortable with the certain styles and brands that you've been wearing for a long time. And once you realize maybe that's not really working for my body or me anymore, then trying to try something new is hard because then you have to navigate, okay, well, now that this style doesn't work anymore, what does? And I
Yeah.
always tell my clients too, it's never when they start to feel frustrated with how pants are fitting or dresses or tops, to never put that pressure on themselves that it's their body, because when I work with people, the number one thing that they come to me with is nothing's gonna fit my arms. My tummy got too big after having my baby. Nothing's gonna fit my tummy. And it's like it's not anything that's wrong with your body. It's that you need to find the right pieces. And that means trying something new than what you used to feel comfortable with wearing before.
Yes. And, I don't know if anybody else has had this experience, but you can put on sometimes one dress or one shirt or whatever it is and go, oh, I look so whatever, fat. Doesn't look good. It's not flattering. But then you go into your closet and pick out something else, and that makes you feel good. And you're like, oh, wait, I don't look the same. So it's really, having somebody to help you find those pieces that you feel good in. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of online shopping since COVID, and it's been wonderful being able to help people virtually like this over video. It is a little bit of a longer process, but you still get the same results. And the nice thing about online shopping is with shopping in person, I mean, it's awesome, but it's like boom, boom, boom. Everything is kind of fast. But with online shopping, you have time to become more aware of like what is working, what isn't. Do I really like it? Now I could try things on with things in my closet. So the online shopping part is kind of a great convenience of being able to do things from your own closet in front of your own mirror in the comfort of your home.
So do you have one kind of go-to store or one that you would recommend that that would just be fun? Because I'd also love to hear from the ladies out there. Where do you shop? Where, especially like those online stores or even a boutique, what are all your favorites? So that'd be fun to start.
I always tell people to like never get comfortable with one brand, because let's say we go shopping online or in person and we went to Nordstrom and for some reason it was a huge win. We found so much there compared to the other stores. And then next season we go back to Nordstrom and it's like, oh, nothing fit right. So I feel like 5% of things in each store brand probably work for you. So you have to go into a lot of different stores. But I'll name a few and kind of the styles that they carry for the ladies listening. White House Black Market is wonderful for clients that really love that feminine touch to their clothing. They always have jackets that come in the waist. They have jeans that are flattering on so many different body types. And they're more of a classic, yet still really stylish look on their pieces. So White House Black Market is a favorite for that kind of client. Ann Taylor is still a place to go to for business wear. I know I do have clients that are going back into the office, and they have wonderful pieces for business wear. Unfortunately, if you're listening and you're in Seattle, Washington, there are no stores left except for U Village. Wait, no, they just closed the U Village. Sorry, no, they have no stores left. So they have to only order online.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
But it's interesting because they are still a go-to for a lot of my clients. I'm like, I don't know why they closed the Bellevue and both of the travel stores. So Ann Taylor's another one. And then Nordstrom is just a fun place. It is more of a search at Nordstrom because you have to go through all the brands, but they're a great place to find some fun, trendy pieces. Yeah,
that is what so I'm on the search for like for business, for fun business stuff is my style. I kind of want a little flair. I have this little rock star in me that wants to have maybe a little fur, a little fringe, or because with lifestyle business, we can wear whatever we want and have it be kind of fun. So I would love to hear too, what kind of, if you could, what is your style? Maybe what's one word? Is it elegant? Is it classic? Is it fun? Is it casual? Would love to hear what people kind of describe their style as. So so what kind of life situations changed a person's style and why?
Ooh, so many. I think that I'm trying to think of all the ones. Dating again, people that have gotten divorced and then they're really back out and really wanting to date, change their dating profile. I work with a lot of both men and women in that place where they're like, I know I want to show up differently because I'm in a different place in my life. And that's such a beautiful journey working with people in that time frame, because they're trying to find who they are as an individual again, outside of the relationship they used to have, and they're healing. So it's always a fun process doing that. Turning a different decade is a big one because you start to evaluate what you did the past 5 to 10 years in your life, and then where you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years, whether it's
Mm,
professionally, in your family life, or vacation,
mhm.
whatever it is. And so people come to me and they're turning 30, 40, 50, 60. And that's a fun time too, because they're also kind of like on this quest of like, I need something new because I want to feel alive again in this place of my life.
Yeah.
Branding their business is a big one. I've done a lot of branding shoots lately. A lot of people are in the process of rebranding their business, getting new headshots done. That's also time to evaluate too. Like, I'm in this place in my work environment, but I want to be respected or seen in this level. This is where I'm at now, and this is how I want to show up.
Yeah, I can definitely see in all those areas, boy, those really hit a mark with me because, yeah, as you are finding out who you are or celebrating a new decade, or yeah, I mean, I have been thinking about that with my business too. And that's actually one reason I have kind of maybe paused or hesitated
Yeah.
on doing branding photos is because it's like, what do I wear?
Mhm. And you know what? Creating your style is for people that don't have a business, they can't relate to this as much, but if you
Yeah.
are in your own business, you're constantly trying to see how you're going to evolve, and having your style is the same way. It's constantly evolving. So if you have a business, it's easier when I work with people like that who are very aware of that, and I can ask them questions like, "How have you been feeling in what you're wearing? Now how do you wanna feel? What 3
Oh,
words will describe, clothing that will make you feel this way, put together, whatever the word is. Like you mentioned, like you like something that's fun, a little bit edgy, different. And then you can ask yourself, what is it about that that makes you feel good? Because sometimes
mhm,
people, even when I work with people that are dating again, the word that people use a lot is they want to feel attractive and sexy. But to every
mhm,
person, that means something different. So you have to
right.
define what that means. It could be maybe having something tight. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's something more low cut. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's something more colorful. So defining what that specifically means to you will help you in your shopping process.
Oh, all those questions. And those aren't
Mhm.
things that when we go shopping by ourselves that we would
Yeah.
ask ourselves, you
You're
know?
looking for
It's like,
something to put in your cart. You're not even thinking of all of that. Yeah.
yeah, and it's really how do you wanna feel? You know,
Mhm.
my word, is I just whatever I do is like I wanna feel special, so I would love to hear what how other people would like to feel in their clothes. I wanna feel like Karen. I wanna
I
feel like me.
that. That is so funny. Yeah, and I even have, so I even made available to everybody, to the public, there's notes I take with clients that help me really work with them to see what we need
Mhm.
to look for and what we need to avoid, because style isn't a cookie cutter thing. What
Right,
makes you feel like Karen and special is gonna be different from a different Karen, and what makes them feel special.
right.
And so with the style tracker, it's an easy way to, I call it the style tracker. It's an
Okay.
way to write down and journal your notes as you try things on from your closet, or as you try new things on, so you know, like, okay, this print made me feel so great, or I really loved this color combination. I want to continue exploring that. Or maybe this top that was ribbed and tight and low cut did not feel good. I don't want that again. Um, so really defining what that means to you, what it means to wear pieces that make you feel special, make you feel like you, is going to help you shop with more intention and know what to grab next time.
So, do you recommend women taking that style tracker too to like first clean out their
Yes.
closet and get rid of those pieces that don't make them feel good and then see what
Mhm.
it is, see that kind of pattern of what does?
Yes, and that's another thing that people don't realize too. Even the process of going through your closet and cleaning it out, usually people just go through and like, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. I like this. But they're not asking themselves the questions that they need to help them in the shopping process. So if you go through your closet and you take those notes in the style tracker, or even in a journal, if you don't want to get the style tracker, just do it in a journal. You're not going to learn anything except for, now I have 5 pieces left and I need to shop. And then you go out shopping aimlessly. So it is
Oh,
always good to take notes.
yeah. I like that shopping aimlessly.
Yes.
I mean, how many women have done that where it's like, we need something new, but what are we looking for? You're waiting for this thing to just like jump out at you and go, I'm going to look good on you.
Mhm. Yep.
But I have found it so frustrating because, yeah, if you're not if you don't have some specifics in mind, it
Yeah.
can create a very frustrating and disappointing shopping experience.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then you need also usually people when they need to refresh your wardrobe, it's not buying one thing. Unfortunately, you need at least three new things so that you can combine them together and combine things in your closet with it. Especially if you haven't shopped in a long time. If you buy one new thing, it might not match too well with a lot of things that you have, depending on the style that you chose. So yeah, through the style tracker, I give like just a short little process in the beginning to kind of help you use it and what you can do to refresh your wardrobe in general. So it's really helpful.
Very cool. We'll talk some more about that too. So, what are some steps that women can take to update their wardrobe?
Ooh, number one, what we just mentioned first is to go into your closet. I suggest go into your closet. Number one, you need to evaluate what you have enough of. So let's just, there's always one thing, and that's what I always look for as a personal stylist in people's closets. I want to see what they have enough of because I don't want to give them the same thing. And what you have
Oh,
enough of is the thing that you're getting stuck buying and buying over again because it's comfortable. So it could be there was
yeah.
one time that she had all purple tops. And it's like, okay,
Mm.
well, then if you go in your closet and you want to combine something, it's like, what purple top am I going to wear today? There's no variety. So go into your closet, see, take note of what you have enough of, and then take note of three things that you can add that would change your wardrobe. And the way that you
Mm.
find those three things is seeing where the gap is. So you can see, okay, I have a ton of, I'm just using this example so we can keep with it, but I have a ton of purple tops and I don't have enough bottoms or pieces to put over it. So I can't really create looks. So on that list of the three things that you need to look for, it would be I need more pants, I have way too many tops, and I need some kind of layering piece to change up the look of the tops so I can get use of them.
Hmm.
So yeah, writing down some notes on like the top three things because then next time you go shopping, so step number two is now use the notes of what you have enough of and the three things that you want to shop for. And so the next part is pick a store to go shopping at. Go to that store and only focus on those three things. You're gonna want to, you'll notice that you'll stop yourself once you become aware. You'll be like, oh, I'm about to grab this purple top again, but I don't need to spend even $20 on it. It doesn't matter if it's on sale. Don't get it. Put that money towards something that you actually need. So step number two, go to one store, pick up the pieces that you need. Try on step number three, when you're at the store, try on something new. Try on a new pant cut or style that you've never tried on. Try on a new shirt that you've never tried on. Try on something new so that you can evaluate, do I actually like it or not? Because yeah, what you're going to do is you might gravitate towards the same skinny pants that you're wearing or the same boot cut pants that you're wearing. So number three is try something new. So number one, I'm giving you three steps because I could keep going. Number one, go into your closet, ask yourself what you have enough of, what three pieces you want to shop for. Number two, pick one store and only look for those three pieces. Number three, only grab new things, try new styles on so that you can determine whether it works for you or not. Because that's going to really refresh your look rather than buying the same shirt that you used to keep wearing or the same pant that you used to wear.
Yes. So, yeah. So, ladies, go look in your closet and put in the comments what is that one thing that you have a lot of? Is it that purple shirt? I can, as soon as you said it, I almost started laughing
I know,
because
I saw that.
I'm going, oh, I know exactly. I have too much black. Everything's black. So I
Mhm.
know I need color, some things with color to layer because I do like to have black underneath. But I need some color in my life, especially this time. But yeah. So what is it for you? It would be fun to hear what all the ladies are, because we know it's like, oh yeah, I do. I always gravitate to this. I have 80 jeans or whatever, but I don't have the layering pieces for those. So how fun is that? Oh my gosh. So tell us how the women can have access to your style tracker. Is that something that is that on your site or?
So at myclosetedit.com, you can get all the information. I really try to share. I want to make style accessible to everybody, help them feel good.
Um,
So I have a blog, I have a podcast, I have the style tracker, and you can see all of it from my website. It's easy to
okay.
access there. And yeah, you can just poke around in the website, find out new things, get some answers that you need, or even email me. Email me
Oh,
if you have any
excellent.
questions about style.
Yes, and I love that about our community. It's like, yeah, just let's connect. It's not a big deal. Just reach out and say hello. So
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about your podcast.
Oh my gosh, I love my podcast. So I had one I started 2 years ago, and I loved it. It was very much about connecting with women and change, but I switched it, I think it was like 3 months ago. I just had this calling of changing it to specifically about um, finding your style. It's called the Closet Edit. And in the
Mhm.
podcast, I walk you through different topics. So one of them is this one about how your style changes in different transitions in your life.
Mhm.
I did one about your body isn't the problem, it's the clothing that you're wearing. I did one recently called Finding the Joy Within the Struggle, because with your
Oh,
style or doing a home, and I relate it to life. All the
yeah.
podcast episodes are about style, but starts out with a life problem, something I might be struggling with, but it goes back to style and how you can relate what you're learning into your style and what's going on there too. So the recent one I talked about is awesome. It's about finding the struggle or finding the joy in the struggle, because sometimes when we want something in our life, we do have to work at it. There's a learning curve and we expect that joyful thing to be happy, but there's a lot of back end stuff. Even finding your style, like you want it, you get excited, but you're like, oh man, I have to buy things. I have to go online and
Yeah.
shop. I have to make the returns and just, yeah, the podcast is awesome. So
Yes, I love that, finding the joy in the struggle.
mhm,
I had went through a couple years of a lot of struggles, but
yeah,
one of the things that really helped me out, it's one of the tips that my mom always said, is when you're feeling down, dress up, put your makeup on, do your hair. And
yeah,
that too, just you have to be wearing clothes that you feel good about you in. And so
mhm,
that's why it's so important to have somebody that can help you find those things that maybe help you through that struggle, so you still feel confident, you can find those moments of joy and go, hey, you know what, I feel really good in this.
yeah,
So I love that you do that.
yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how you kind of got started in all this, what called you to this work with women and helping them feel good about themselves and what they wear.
It's kind of a funny story because I was only 21 years old when I started my business 14 years ago. And I was a recent grad from college. Somebody came in that was a stylist that really inspired me. And I realized that my calling was to help people. I didn't want to change people. I didn't like the idea of reading books in college because I did study fashion, that they're trying to create this cookie cutter thing for different body types and stuff. And I was like, there's so much more to learn about people's story
Mm,
of what works for them. And I was such a good listener. And being a personal stylist is, yes, I need to know what's in fashion, but you have to be a good listener and provide to their needs. And I think that's what's kept me in business so long. So what I did is I was telling everybody, I'm going to be a personal stylist. I'm looking for an office. I had student loans. I had zero clients at that point, and I was like, I'm starting a business. I'm going to be a personal stylist. And I went into this hair salon in Ballard, and I told the woman, I'm like, I'm looking for an office. I'm going to be a personal stylist. And she's like, oh, I'm renting a space upstairs. And she's like, I'll show you after I cut your hair. I was like, okay.
cool.
And I go upstairs, and at the time I was married, and and I look around, I'm like, I can see myself helping people here. I can see people coming in, changing their lives. Like, I don't know how to explain, but I just had this vision. I got the contract, signed a year contract, went home so excited to tell my husband. I was like, hey, I signed a contract for a year. I got my office. He's like, you have no
What?
clients. Like, what? So that is how it started. And I got an intern. Seattle, was it Seattle Met or Seattle Magazine, came in to interview me in my empty office. I showed how to do a scarf, and it was empty. There was nothing there. And that woman that interviewed me for that first time is now, she's been my client since I started. I still work with her. Isn't that
Oh,
amazing? Yeah. She
wow.
provided such a great opportunity to grow my business. And
Mm.
I've been styling her. I've seen her kids grow up. I've seen her like move different houses, go through like all her life changes, her parents passing away and helping her through that. Like it's, yeah, it's just mind blowing. But yeah, that person that interviewed me and helped me, she is still my client today, 14 years later.
Wow, doesn't that say something?
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah. And I can see you how that relationship building is so important because, like you said, you're a good listener because it is about their story.
It is.
It's not about just what they wear or, and just to bring, bring all the beauty to their story, whatever space they're in. So, yeah, isn't that great? That must feel good when you see these ladies walking in confidence and ease, not having to think about what are they going to wear? Because that it can be such a overwhelming thing sometimes. And if we could just go, I know I've got clothes in there that look good.
Yeah.
Peace of mind.
Helping them after they have babies too. It's like they don't have time anymore to think about things. So it's like, here's your clothes, take care of the baby, go to work, don't have to think about it.
Yeah, so great. So what's one thing we can celebrate with you? What's happening in your business that we can all cheer you on?
I think the thing I want to celebrate is creating the online course. I did it last year once, and then for spring this year, and I'm doing it again for fall. And it's been such a passion project just to be able to help more people that can't afford one-on-one and are actually really interested in learning more about themselves in the process. It's such a wonderful way to learn more about your own personal style without somebody like telling you and, just putting it together. And it's 5 weeks, step by step, how to go through your closet, how to shop, what to purchase. And we do live calls together. And that has been just such a blessing to be able to do.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Tannya, so good to have you here today. So any parting words that you would like to leave with the ladies? Any bits of hope?
For any part, anything that you need in your life, I feel like there is someone to help you, whatever it is, whether it's fashion, whether it's mental health, whether it's with your hair, like anything that you need. It's always good to have resources and be able to ask for help. I think sometimes we get scared that we feel like we have to know it all, but reach out for help. Listen to a podcast if you can't afford someone. Like, find the answers out there. We are so blessed in this lifetime to have access to like everybody and everything that we want. So
yes. And I think the best thing about here at Fave Lifestyles and having you come and chat too, it's like you have access to a new girlfriend. She's here to help you and to help you just make life easier and live that life of significance that you want to build. So thank you for coming and joining us. It's been so much fun. And ladies, go listen to her podcast, The Closet Edit, and visit her site and find all those good tips and tricks to make life easier. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you.